Hey everybody, I just wanted to hop in and talk a little bit about choice. Um, it's exploding again in my universe what choice actually is. Reading a book today called A World of Choice, A World of Freedom, Gary Douglas. Um, and in here, he lays out such a great example of what choice actually is. And his example was when you're marrying someone, you're not actually choosing the person, you're choosing the whole life, that your choice to marry that person and to like co-create a life with them, a future with them, everything that will create all of the possibilities. That's what you're choosing. So it just was such a great illustration of the pragmatics, like of how pragmatic choice is. When you're looking at what do I choose, you're not looking at, you're looking at everything that choice will open up. So what would it take to actually get clear on what it is that you want to create? Because your choices are creating something. Sometimes we don't want to acknowledge what that is. That we would rather believe that we are being swept away on a current of events that are beyond our control. But when we start to realize, hey, wait a minute, what am I choosing with this choice in front of me? That whole world of possibility, that whole future, that whole life that you are starting to choose and engage, then you get the power of like, okay, well, I chose this wonky thing that's kind of, that I say I'm not enjoying right now. And I wonder what I could choose different. How could I reimagine my life and choose something fucking different? I have been married for over 30 years to one guy. Weird, right? But true. When I chose to get married to the man that is currently my husband, I wasn't choosing him. I was choosing the whole life that we would create together. So it's really put choice in a different perspective. When I chose to marry my husband, I was choosing a whole future, a whole possibility, a whole infinite array of possibilities of what the future could be, of the life that we could create together, co-create together. I wasn't choosing just like, oh, this house and these curtains. I was choosing a life that is behind this house and this curtains and our kids and everything that we have worked together to create. So when you look at choice through that lens of when you're choosing something, it's not so much about the individual thing that you're choosing. It's about all of the explosion of possibilities of the life of the future that choice could create. It puts choice in a different perspective. It was making it so pragmatic for me to look at it through that lens. I'm sure you have possibly heard the question from Access Consciousness, what will this choice create in 5 years? What will your life look like in 5 years if you choose this? What will your life look like in 5 years if you don't choose this? It's a way to get a perspective when you're having trouble making a choice. And when I'm reaching out to get aware of what it's going to create in 5 years, if it's greater, lighter, or more constricted, heavier, I'm looking at the possibilities that this choice is creating, the life that becomes available and possible to me with this choice. So, A World of Choice, A World of Freedom, book written by Gary Douglas. And you have at your fingertips the superpower of choice and what your choices are creating, because you are choosing. Your choices are creating something. So your willingness to be present with what those choices are creating and to get curious of, oh, like, this is the life I was choosing, the vibe that I was gravitating towards. And I wonder what else is possible. I wonder what I could choose that's different, maybe different than anyone else around me and different from what I have created in the past. And might be a little uncomfortable, might take a little courage, but let's get out there and start building those choice muscles.